Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I hope you are having an amazing day. I am sitting down to do my paycheck budget for the week of February 4th through the 10th. I always start my paycheck budgets on a Tuesday because that's when my husband and I are paid. I know that's not typical, but that's when our payday falls. So I start my paycheck budget on Tuesday and it goes until Monday. We are paid on a weekly basis. So I look at my budget 7 days at a time, and this is those 7 days. So it's the first full week of February. I am in my February budget worksheets, which I am so excited about. Look at how pretty they look in my budget binder with the black discs. This I am living for. I love it. If you want to get your hands on these budget worksheets, you can do so by joining my channel membership. I will put the link down below. If you want a whole huge bundle with multiple different worksheets that you can try out and use in this beautiful heart pattern, join up my budget bestie tier. You get a ton of worksheet digital downloads. You can download them and print them yourself, or you can use them like on a tablet or an iPad and do it digitally. If you just want a couple of worksheets to try out, join at the budget buddy tier. It's a little bit more affordable. You get a paycheck budget and you get the 2-page hybrid budget. So you can try out a couple different budgeting styles, see what works for you. I have a ton of different videos on my hybrid budget system. I used this system of budgeting for a long time and really enjoyed it and had a great time with it. So there's lots of videos on my channel. If you just search my channel for hybrid budget, you'll see how I use this 2-page spread to do my whole month of budgeting, all on this one 2-page spread. It's a place to track your monthly bills and then what you spend each week on variable spending. It's a place for savings, debt payments. So check that out if you're interested. Join my membership if you want the worksheets. If you have any questions or comments about that, you can leave them down below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. For now, let's just go ahead and get into this video. We're going to talk about my paycheck budget for the first full week of February here. So I don't talk about actual income totals. In the past, years ago, I used to share like all of my real numbers, and that was great. And I think that people find that super helpful and motivating, but I can't do that these days. My husband has asked me not to be so transparent with the internet. So instead, I talk about the money that I am using to make this paycheck budget happen. The money that I am pulling to make everything on this page a reality. And that amount is $1,600. So that's what I will put here in this estimated income section. All right, let's talk about fixed expenses. I have set myself up a month ahead on all of my bills. And so throughout the month of February, I am going to be setting money aside to pay the bills that come in March. All of my bills that come in February are being paid with January income. I just put the money into a separate checking account where all of my bills are set up on auto pay to pull from that account. It makes it super easy. I am no longer stressed about bill due dates and whether we're gonna get paid before that bill is due and where is that money gonna come from. It took me a little while to get myself a month ahead. It was a process. I took a bunch of savings that I had and decided to put myself a month ahead, and it's been one of the best things that I have done for my budget, just because it gives me peace of mind. I know that money's there. If we had a huge emergency, we could always get into that next month's bills fund, so it almost acts as a secondary emergency fund. But more than anything, I just don't have to think about when bills are due, and I love that. I just kind of check in with that account a couple of times a month, make sure everything is coming out as it's supposed to be, and it's all good. I said all that to say my next month's bills account is really my only fixed expense. I just take a lump sum of money every single week and transfer it to that next month's bills account, and that amount is $700 this week. And that's it. I don't have to worry about whether the electric bill is due this week, or did the gas bill get paid? Are we gonna have enough money to pay our cable bill? It's already there. I love that. If you can ever get yourself a month ahead, I know it's a luxury that not everybody has, but if you can manage it, I highly encourage it. It really takes a lot of the guesswork and a lot of the stress out of budgeting. All right, let's talk about variable expenses. These are the 3 categories of spending that I not only have the most control over, but also that I struggle with the most. This is where I do all of my overspending. So I have it here with a set budget to try to help me keep myself in check. Those categories are grocery, eating out, and spending. I've had some people comment and say, okay, so where is your category for fuel for your cars, for example? Or where is your category for fun money, or this or that or the other? For gas is not something that I struggle with overspending in. I filled up my gas tank when I need gas. It's not like it's really a want so much as a need. Like, I'm never gonna just decide, oh, I'm not gonna put gas in my car to get me to work this week. So I don't find it necessary to keep track of it here. So I don't have that listed here. These are the categories that I struggle with to keep my spending under control. So this is what I'm tracking week to week. Last month in January, I did a grocery low spend where we really focused on eating down what we had in our fridge and freezer and our pantries. That went really, really well, you guys. And I learned throughout the month of January that I don't have to spend quite so much on groceries. Even if we don't have a huge amount of things to pull from in our fridge, our freezer, our pantry, a lot of times I was overbuying, you know, bulking up on things to keep so that we'd have XYZ for next week or next month or whatever, and I don't need to do that. So overall, I think my grocery budget for 2025, provided we don't have a ton more inflation and prices go up and up and up, I think I'm going to do better in 2025 than I did in 2024. All of that being said, I am going to budget $250 this week for groceries. That's a lot. I know some of you are thinking you're going to spend less. What? This is more than I need this week. Because we ate down so much of what we had in our pantry, in our fridge, and our freezer, which was the point, now we don't have a back stock of anything. And there are some things that I want to keep on hand. Convenience things, frozen foods for my guys, that sort of thing. And so I'm going to be stocking up on a couple things that we need. So it may sound counterintuitive, eat down a bunch in January just to bulk back up in February, but it was mainly like I wanted to get rid of the things that were getting close to being expired, or things that had been sitting there forever and we weren't using. That's what the low spend grocery was about. So we're going to stock up on some things this week. That being said, I think what I'm going to do, and I haven't decided this with 100% certainty, so don't hold me to this, but I think when I have money left over from my grocery budget, I may end up putting it into a new sinking fund for my bulk buys. Like when I go to Sam's Club and I stock up on things, or when I order my Nespresso pods, that sort of thing. I do have a category here in my low priority sinking fund called shopping. That I have used for that in the past, but I've also tended to use the shopping category just for when I feel like shopping and I want to buy something more like fun money or just like blow money. So I think I need to have a separate category for like bulk buys and then shopping. So that may be what I do with leftover grocery money moving forward, or at least a portion of it. It's something that's on my radar for February. So $250 for groceries, yes, it's a lot. The other reason that I'm bumping this grocery budget up a little bit more than I feel like is really necessary, we're gonna try a no eating out challenge in February. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know we eat out a lot. We count on that drive-through window so much. I think last month we spent somewhere in the neighborhood of like $350 in eating out, and that is not unusual for us. We've spent $400, $500 a month in eating out, and that's something that I really want to focus on cutting back. So we're gonna try in February not to eat out at all. It's gonna be tough, but I really wanted to do a challenge like this year, and I thought that February was a good time since it's the shortest month. So we're gonna try not eating out at all. We'll see how we do. This is 7 days that I'm committing to. Like I just said, in February, we're gonna try not eating out at all. And ultimately that is my goal, but we're gonna take it 7 days at a time. So I'm not budgeting anything for eating out this week. Did bulk up on my groceries shopping so we can buy some convenience things to keep in the freezer for busy nights. And you know, if we find ourselves in a situation on a weeknight when we're super busy and we're thinking about going through a drive-through, maybe instead we go to the grocery store and we pick up some pre-made sandwiches. That's still gonna be a cheaper option. So we have some options, we have some things we can play with. I'm really gonna focus on meal planning and prepping things ahead of time, and we're just gonna see how it goes for 7 days. If I come back in 7 days and I say, okay, well, forget that, scratch it, it's not gonna work, then that's fine. But for 7 days, I'm committing no money to eating out, and we'll see how it goes. Follow along with me throughout this month to see how I do, because you guys know this is our biggest struggle, is the eating out, okay? And then for spending, I'm gonna do $50. Now here's the thing, I've said this before, I'll say it again. When it comes to my variable categories, I don't get too caught up in semantics. So like if I spend $220 in groceries and $70 in spending and it still evens out at the end of the week, I'm okay with it. So, you know, if this grocery budget is way high and we spend $112 in groceries but $100 in spending, I'll still be okay with that. Ultimately, I'm giving us $300 in our variable spending, okay? But this is what I hope to happen. Spending is anything that we spend money on outside of our typical grocery shopping. So if we, you know, go and pick up wrapping paper, that comes out of spending. Or if we need Ziploc bags, well, typically household items comes out of my grocery budget. Spending is just like a catch-all for anything else, okay? So there's that. I talked a lot about that. That was probably unnecessary. I think you guys get the point. Let's move on to sinking funds. So for me, sinking funds is my short-term savings. Things I'm saving for that I know are coming up throughout like a calendar year or so. And I have them kind of split up between my high priority funds and my lower priority funds. So my high priority funds are things like camping. We have a campground that we pay for once a year. This is money I'm setting aside to be able to pay that annual fee. Home is anything we need for our home. Insurance is our homeowner's insurance. These are things that I know are coming up that I'm specifically aiming to save for. Okay, so that's my high priority funds. My lower priority funds are things like celebrations, Christmas, and I do Christmas as a lower priority fund because we primarily fund our Christmas shopping with credit card rewards. We have a credit card that we use throughout the year for pretty much everything, and we just store up all of our rewards points and use that at Christmas time. So this is just extra money on top of that. We only need it once a year. It's a long way away, so I consider this more of a low priority fund. My hobbies, my fun money, that sort of thing is in the low priority fund. And so every week, when it comes to my high priority sinking funds, I take money directly from my bank and stuff it into those high priority funds. So that's the first category here. My high priority funds, I stuff with cash. I'm gonna do that in this video today. The amount that I have set aside for this is $200. And then my low priority funds, I have a little bit more wiggle room with. I like to use the cash that I save for my low priority funds in savings challenges because it just makes the budgeting process a little bit more fun. And so for that, we're gonna do 150. Both of these things are gonna get cash stuffed today in this video. Then I have a couple of categories that I like to make happen if I have extra money at the end of the week. So I have my no spend. So any day throughout these 7 days that I don't spend money from my variable categories. I don't spend money on groceries, eating out, or spending. I like to reward myself for that and do $5 a day that I put into savings. So I don't budget for this at the beginning of the week because I have no idea how many no spend days I'm gonna have. I may not have any. But I put this in here so that I have a line item to put the actual amount in at the end of the week. So if throughout this week I buy groceries or I spend money every single day except Wednesday, then Wednesday will be a no spend day and I'll add $5 extra to savings. Okay? And then I also like to put money aside for mini savings challenges. So I have a bunch of mini savings challenges here that are like $50 or less, just fun little savings challenges. I use the dice to play some little games with any extra money I have at the end of the week from this variable category. Maybe it's $5, maybe it's $50, it just depends. It's another one I'm not going to budget for, but I want the actual column to be there so that I have something to stick in there. We're gonna start the new one this week as well. This is gonna be my bulk buys. And this is where I said I was going to try to take any extra money that I have from my grocery shopping and put it towards bulk buys. I may not end up doing that. I may end up having this bulk buys be a situation that is funded through my mini savings challenges. I want to play it by ear. I put it in here. I'm not going to budget anything for it, and we'll see what happens at the end of the week. I don't know how it's going to go. It's something new. We're going to try it out. So I've got it in here. I may fund it directly. So let's say I have, you know, $250 on my grocery budget. I spend $225. I may take that extra $25 and stuff it directly into bulk buys, or I may filter it through my mini savings challenges or my high or low priority challenges. I haven't figured it out yet. For now, I put it in here. Come back next week and find out what I decide to do. So lots of line items here, but only a couple that we know for sure are getting cash today. And the total here is $350. Okay? Nothing in extra debt. We paid off all of our credit cards in 2024. We do have some other debts, a couple of car payments, that sort of thing, but we're not focusing on those right now. All of our extra money is going towards savings. That is our goal for 2025. So finally, after all this very long-winded yapping, let's get some totals. So we start out the week with $1,600. For fixed expenses, we budgeted $700. For variable expenses, we budgeted $300. For sinking funds, we budgeted $350. And nothing for extra debt. So let's get a quick total here. 1,600 minus 700 minus 300 minus 350 is $250. This is going to go into my account, or it's going to stay in my account to act as a buffer. So if we end up going way over budget in one of my variable categories, we have a bill come in we didn't anticipate, anything like that, this $250 can help with that. But if we don't end up needing that money, this ultimately will go to my long-term savings. We talked a lot about short-term savings, things that happen within a calendar year, things that I know are coming up. This long-term savings is for things longer term or things we don't see coming. So as you can see, we got a lot of money that we plan to put towards savings. That is our goal for 2025, is save, save, save. All right, that was long-winded. I apologize. Sometimes I get to yapping. All right, let's switch gears and do some cash stuffing. We're gonna stuff my high priority funds with this $200, and then we'll play some fun savings challenge games for $150. All right, my friends, here we go. Let's stuff my high priority binder. I have it here. It is pink, and we are going to be stuffing $200 today. So I have it here. And this is just cash stuffed straight from my account into these envelopes. I don't want to play games with this money. This is important. These are my high priority funds. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. And we're just going to go through this binder, and every single fund in here is going to get a little bit of money. I'm going to turn it this way because it makes it a little bit easier to write on. Sorry about the glare, you guys. And let me shift things a little bit. Let's get this mushroom vacuum out of the way. We will need that after a while. All right, today's date is February 5th. And we're going to start out with my son Austin's sinking fund. So this is anything that Austin needs. Specifically, I'm keeping things for like school and soccer in mind with this fund. So for example, I use this fund to buy his yearbook if he needs new cleats for soccer. Moving into next year, he'll be a senior, so when we're thinking like cap and gown and graduation party, that's what I had in mind when I set up this envelope. Today we're going to add $20. So it had $350 in it. With the addition of this 20, that should bring it up to $370. So we're going to add a 20. And I always, every time I add money or take money away, I count and make sure I have what I think I'm supposed to have, because I am famous for making mistakes. So we do have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 70. So $370 in Austin's fund. Next up, I have camping. This is specifically for our annual campground fee. It's like $1,800-ish that we pay every October or November. I really need to get on this and start saving more so that we make sure we have enough by then. But today it's going to get $20. Which will bring it up to $460. These trackers are from Savannah over at Sav Saves. I'm just writing on them with a Sharpie. You can use rubbing alcohol to take Sharpie off of laminated things. You can also use like a magic eraser. So that's what I do. $20 going into my camping funds. And we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60. This fund also goes for anything we need in terms of camping supplies or gear. We do have a camper, so it's not like we're tent camping. We don't need a lot of that, but you know, sometimes. All right, so next up we have our car fund. This is for car maintenance, repairs, registration, that sort of thing. My husband and I both have relatively newer vehicles. I drive a 2019 Subaru Forester. He is in a 2021 Dodge Ram, I think. It's a truck. I don't know anything about trucks. This fund is going to get $20 as well. It recently got a little boost from one of my mini savings challenges, so that was fun. 50 plus 20 is 70, so this will bring this up to 170. And we've got, just recently did a little bill exchange. I did film that, but I think I'm gonna hold that video and just post it when I need a video or when I feel like popping up a little bonus content. So you probably have not seen that video. It may be a while before you see it. 100, 20, 40, 60, 70. But the moral of that story is all of these envelopes are nice and skinny now with larger denominations, which I appreciate. My emergency fund is going to get $20, and that is going to bring it up to $560. 500 of this is in the bank. Anytime that one of my funds gets up to 500, I take the money out of the bank or out of the envelope, I put it into a high yield savings account. And so We're gonna add 20. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And this should be $560. I do have $500 here in placeholders. These are just little prop bills that I bought from Amazon. I like to stick a little sticker on all my prop bills, so it's very obvious this is fake money, although when you put it alongside real money, it's fairly obvious. Sometimes on camera it's hard to tell though, so put a little sticker on there just to be transparent there. So we have 500 in the bank, and then we have 60 in cash here. So that's my emergency funds. All right, next up is my home category. This is going to get $10 today. So we're gonna add 10, and that's gonna bring this up to $310. There's anything we need for the home decor, home repairs. There's another one I'd like to bulk up here pretty quick, but you know, we're only working with so much money. We got a lot of high priority funds. So 1, 2, 3, 10 is what I have. That's good news. Moving on, the next category in my high priority binder is insurance. This is our homeowner's insurance. We are adding $10 to this fund as well to bring it up to $440. So we'll add the 10, and that brings this up to 100, 200, 300, 50, 400, 20, 30, 40. So far, no mistakes. Can't always say that. I make a lot of mistakes with my budget, actually. A lot of times you guys catch them for me, which I always appreciate. All right, medical. I just recently took $200 out of here to pay a medical bill, so we are back down to $500, all of which is currently in the bank. So I have $500 in placeholders in here. I took that out today, actually, during that cash consolidation video that I mentioned. Like I said, I don't know when you'll see that, but it will be coming eventually, so be on the lookout if you like that style video. Medical sinking fund today is going to get 30, so we're going to give it a little bit of a boost here. So we'll add a 20 and a 10, and so there's $30 in cash and then $500 in the bank. Again, I've got $500 in placeholders here, just so that I don't have so much cash on hand. Makes me nervous to have too much cash on hand. It also makes me nervous to not have cash on hand at all. So this is how I do it. Some cash, some placeholders. For pet expenses, we are gonna add $10 to this fund today. Oops. I tried to put 5.2 instead of 2.5. Wish we were in May, then it would be warm outside. This one's gonna get a 10. Bring it up to 410. This is for my fur babies. I have 2 cats, Jax and Sirius, and a dog. And this is for like grooming and vet visits, that sort of thing. They're typical run-of-the-mill, like food and supplies, cat litter, treats, that sort of thing comes out of our grocery budget. This is for things above and beyond that. So we have 100, 250, 350, 410. Okay. Next up, I have subscriptions, and this is gonna get $10 as well. Bring it up to 380. This is for any subscriptions we pay for annually, Amazon Prime, Walmart Plus, that sort of thing. Not our typical like streaming services and things. Those come out of our monthly bills. 100, 250, 300, 50, 70, 90? No, 80. Jeez. It's not that I had more money than I thought, it's just that I can't count. Like I said, I make lots of mistakes. Vacations is gonna get a big bump today. We're gonna add $50. We have a vacation coming up in March. It's coming quicker than expected. You know, January was such a long month, as I was adding money in there, I was like, we still have time, and now all of a sudden it's February, and it'll be here before we know it. So I needed to bulk this up a little bit. I added $50, 20, 40, 50, and that's gonna bring it up to $355. All right, so we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 55. Perfect. So that is my high priority funds. That money goes directly into these envelopes. We don't play games. That's super important. The lower priority funds we can have a little bit of fun with. So rather than taking the money directly from the bank and stuffing it into these envelopes, instead I play fun savings challenge games. So we're gonna do that today with this $150. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right, so we have a lot of fun with these savings challenges, starting with these higher value ones here at the front of my binder. I always like to start here because these can be pretty spicy. They take quite a bit of money. So we're gonna do this Save 2025 and 2025 from the Almost Organized Owl. I need a little scratch off tool because we are going to scratch today. One little scratch off, and then we're gonna select, I don't know, 1 or 2 little coloring spots as well. Depends on how much we scratch. So let's go ahead and scratch here. All right, $19. So that's a pretty high one. So we will scratch, let's scratch a couple of the smaller ones down here, or color rather. We already scratched. So let's do 19 plus 21. So that'll bring it up to 40. And then let's do this 5. So we will save $45 towards this challenge today. Is that what I want to do? Let's do 50. Let's also do this 2 and this 3. Get some of these smaller ones out of the way. I'll probably regret that and wish that I had saved them, but we're gonna do $50. So we'll do 2 20s and a 10. That is already all of my 20s. Every time I do this, I always think I need smaller bills, and really I need larger bills for this. So let's add this $50 to my 2025 and 2025. At the end of this challenge, we will have saved $2,025. And so far in this challenge, we have saved 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 81, $181. Cool. All right, so that's 2025 and 2025. Now let's play the maze game. Oop, I forgot to vacuum that, so I've got little shavings everywhere. That's okay. So this little maze game is so sparkly and beautiful. It is from Budgeting by Dina US. Last time we played this, we got to the end of the blue row. So today, since we already have some red kind of scratched here, we have a little bit of a feel for the path that red is going to take. Let's try to follow the red path. So the way that this works, you pick a thing to scratch. If you scratch the color you're going for, in this case red, you pay $2. If you scratch the wrong color, so you scratch orange, or I don't know if this is orange or yellow or green or blue instead of red, then you add $3. And if you scratch a white, you pay $5, and if you land on the finish, you pay 10. Okay, so we're at the red section here. We gotta try to figure out which way we think this path is gonna go. So I'm gonna scratch here, and that is the wrong direction. So that's white, so we're gonna pay $5 for that one. Right, is that what I said? Land on white, pay 5, yep. So $5 for that one, and instead let's try this direction. There we go, there's a red. So for that one, we will pay $2. 1, 2, let's keep going this way. And we got the wrong color. That is orange. And if you get the wrong color, you pay $3. So we'll pay, let's put these 2 back and grab a 5 to pay 3. So let's try going this way instead. There's a red. So that's $2 more. And let's try this one. There we go, 2 more. Let's go here. I'm just gonna keep scratching until I feel like I've saved enough, I guess. So 2 more for there. And let's do, I don't know, 2 more. We'll go here. So that's $2 more since I scratched red like I was hoping, and then we'll go, let's go here. There we go, 2 more. So we will stop there, I think. Let's see how much we saved. $2 more for that one. And what did we save here? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. So let's put these 5s and 1s back and grab 2 10s. I do have some larger bills off to the side if I need them, because we're going through the large bills pretty darn quick here. And I don't want to stuff too many small bills into my envelopes here. So that's $20 going into this maze challenge this week. And so far, we have saved 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83. So that's pretty darn substantial. So, okay, we've done the 2 games that I like to make sure I play every single week. Let me grab my mushroom vac and vacuum this up. I love this game. I will have Budgeting by Dina US as well as all of the other creators of all of the challenges I play today linked down below, so you can check out their channels and check out their Etsy shops if you're interested. So those are the games that I want to make sure I play every week, so I got those out of the way. So now we can put my binder away and we can start rolling some dice. So if you're not familiar with me and my channel, I love to play dice games. They're my favorite. So I have my binder here, and once we get past those couple of games that I like to play every week, then we have these challenges, and they are a total of 6 challenges plus a bonus, so 7 challenges total. And I like to roll a dice to help me decide what I'm going to play. I stole this idea from Mel over at Mystic Budgets, who I absolutely love. I love her channel. Make sure you check her out. She does this when she does her savings challenges, and it just makes it a little bit more fun. So, I have a 6-sided die here, and I have my little mini dice tower, and I'm gonna let this decide where my money goes. So I'm gonna roll my die, whatever challenge number it lands on, that's the challenge I'm going to play, and I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of money. The only caveat with that is if I roll the same number twice. So let's say I roll 1, I play chip away here, and then I roll again and I get 1 again. I'm not gonna play chip away again. Instead, I'm gonna add $1 to the Strive to Thrive challenge. So this acts as my doubles buffer, and it also acts as just like a catch-all. When I have just a handful of dollars left at the end, I'll just throw it in here rather than risk needing like an IOU. Okay, so we have some money left. Let's roll some dice and see what we're gonna play. All right, there we go. Challenge 1 is Chip Away. This is also from Mel over at Mystic Budgets. It's a super fun game. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and play. I'm gonna put my binder off to the side and grab my pieces here. So if you've never played Chip Away before, it's super fun. You can get this from Mel's Etsy shop as a physical product. She'll send you the little game board, the chips, and the dice, or you can get it as a digital download. I'm just gonna link her channel down below. Go check out her channel, and she'll send, she has links for her products and stuff like in her video descriptions. So check her out, okay? Let me zoom in a smidge. Sorry about the shadow there. All right, so we have 4 dice. What you do is you roll the dice, and you put the chips on the corresponding number. So in this case, we've got a 1, a 6, a 3, and a 5. Okay, so I was able to cover all those numbers with chips, so we'll roll again. You get a total of, I think, 20 chips, and I missed the hole there. All right, so we have 6, 4, 1, 1. So you just keep going, covering the numbers that you roll. If you get to a situation where you roll a number that you don't have available on the card, then you get one chance to re-roll that dice. And if you roll something that you do have available, you save the chip, you can cover it. If not, you lose the chip. And then at the end, once all your chips have been played, whether on the board or because you lost it, you save whatever's not covered. And this is how many rounds of this game you can play. All right. 1, 3, 3, 3. I think that was a little bit different at first, but the other dice hit it, so we're going with that. And I'm pretty sure I'm out of 3s now at this point. So if I roll another 3, I may end up losing a chip. All right, 5, 5, 5, 1. Oh boy. So we have 5, 5, 5, but we have no 1s. So I'm going to re-roll the 1 and try to rescue this chip. We got a 2. We do have a 2, so I was able to save that chip. Thank goodness. All right, let's go again. This is the last round. 6, 2, 3, 1. So we have a 6. We have a 2, but no 3 and no 1. So we will re-roll those to try to rescue these chips. Uh-oh. We got a 3 and a 5. Neither of which we have. So we lose these 2 chips, and the amount that's uncovered here is what we save. So it's quite a bit. So 6 and 4 is 10. Plus 2, 4 is 14, 18, 22, is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, yep, 22. So we will save 10, 20, 21, 22 for Chip Away. We're gonna go ahead and color in this little $sign so I know I played that round. There's a lot of rounds. You can choose to play fewer, I suppose, but I will consider this game complete when I color in all of these little $signs, and then I will switch out Chip Away for a new game. All right, let me get these chips and everything put away, and then we will roll to see where we're going next. All right, Chip Away. Got Chip Away back in there. Let's go ahead and roll and see where we're going next. All right, challenge 4. Challenge 4 is Shut the Box. I love Shut the Box. I've got it back here. It's another dice game. I know you guys are surprised. So Shut the Box is from Reinventing Renee, and it's a super fun way to save money. So in this case, I need 2 dice. So let me grab another little purple dice, and I'm just gonna kind of explain as we go here. So we're gonna roll the 2 dice. All right, we rolled a 6 and a 3, so that's 9. So in this case, I can cross off any 1 or 2 numbers that equal 9. So I can cross off the 9 or the 8 and the 1 or the 7 and the 2 and so on. In this case, I think I'm gonna go with the 9. And the idea is to keep rolling and marking things off until you either mark off everything, in which case, if I shut the box, I'm gonna save $20. And if you roll something and you can't make it happen, then you save whatever you don't cross off. And that probably doesn't make sense, but I'll explain it as I go. All right, we got a 4 and a 4, which is 8. So we'll cross off the 8. Oh wow, these doubles are getting it. All right, 3 and 3 is 6. Oops. All right, 3 and 1 is 4, so we'll cross off the 4. You always hope to roll larger numbers. All right, 6 and 3, that's 9. So we can do 7 and 2, I think, is our only option for that, because it has to be 2 numbers or fewer. You can't do 3 numbers. All right, we got 7, and we cannot make 7 with what's left, because 5 and 3 is 8. So we are going to save what we have left here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, $9. And what do you guys think? Should we play another round, or should we just stick with 1? Let's just stick with 1, and if we roll it again, then we'll play again. So there we go, $9 for Shut the Box. And we will roll and see where we are going next. There we go. All right, let's see, where do we go next? Challenge 2. So challenge number 2 is the Countdown to Christmas book from Liz and Les. All right, and I typically use a little die to figure out which page of this Countdown to Christmas book we are going to play in. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, page 3. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have this little sticker challenge with these adorable little houses and trees. So I have the stickers here somewhere. Here they are. So let's go ahead and do this tree here. It's a whopping $20. Did I say tree? This is not a tree. This is definitely a house. Oh. Save this first. So this is worth 10. You guys, I might regret this, but I'm gonna do both of these. So we're gonna do 10. I don't even know if this is where this goes. You guys, I'm a little slow. Don't mind me. 10, and then this one. They have numbers here at the top and the bottom. You can choose which number you save. So let's save 10 for this one, and let's save 11 for the house and do a total of 21. So 10, 15, 20, 21. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, so that is the Countdown to Christmas. I love Liz and Les. I love her challenges, her little sticker challenges. So definitely check her out. And that's gonna go. I am not sure when my camera stopped recording. I just happened to look up to make sure I was in frame and my camera was off. So I sincerely hope I did not just film for a solid 15 minutes and not have the record button pressed. We're just gonna go with it. I'm sorry for whatever you missed. I rolled a 4, so we are back to Shut the Box. I just played the Countdown to Christmas. Hopefully you saw that. I don't know, we'll have to see. Sometimes that happens when you're filming and it's always so devastating. It's like, no, I missed everything. So I need 2 dice for Shut the Box. Let's go. Okay, that's a good one. That is 11. So let's do 8, and 3. 9. So we'll cross off the 9. We got 5. Sometimes I go too fast and I mess this up, so I'm trying to take it nice and slow. Okay, we got 5 again, so let's do 4 and 1. So we have 7, 6, and 2 left. All right, be nice to me, dice. What does Marlene say? No whammies, big bucks, and I missed the hole. All right, that's 7, so we got the 7. 6 and 2. All right, can we roll an 8 and shut the box? Haha, we did it, you guys. We shut the box. 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's what I like to see. So $20. Oh, wait, do I have $20? That is the question. Oh yeah, I do. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's amazing, you guys. We shut the box. So much fun. So let's get this $20 into the envelope. And this is the point in time when I typically start cheating, right? Because we've only played a couple of games. We only have a few dollars left. I want to make sure we get to play some of the games we haven't played yet. So let's see what we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8. Okay, and let's see what we have not played. We haven't done, so we did Chip Away. We did Countdown to Christmas. Hopefully you saw that. We haven't played Marlene's book yet. Oh, here we go. So we'll play Marlene's book next time for sure. But for now, let's do this. Roll the Dice Savings Challenge is Challenge 5. When this is all said and done and finished, this money will go to my shopping sinking fund. So we said we had $8 left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so the dice on here are worth $1 to $6. So let's just roll a dice and see what we're gonna save for this challenge. Okay, 5. So we'll color in a 5. And we'll save $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this Roll the Dice Savings Challenge. While I wait for this to dry, let's go ahead and just count up everything that we have in this challenge. Since we are done saving, I'm going to put those last couple of dollars into my catch-all, my Strive to Thrive challenge. So in Challenge 5 so far, we have saved 20, 40, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. Hopefully that was enough time to get this guy to dry. We'll just put the money in front and that'll go here. We didn't get to add anything to vacation this week. That's okay. We will play Marlene's book next week for sure. In Challenge 4 here, which was Shut the Box, we saved a lot this week. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 total this week. We already had 10, 11, 12, 13 in there, so that's $30, $42 total we've saved in just a couple of rounds of Shut the Box. I love, love, love that game. All right. We did not get a chance to play Marlene's book. Like I said, both Challenge 3 and Challenge 6 are from Snow Gardener's Life of a Pig Who Wants to Save But Loves to Spend book. We will definitely get to that next week. In Countdown to Christmas, this week we saved 21, and we have saved a total in this challenge quite a bit, you guys. Just so good. All this money is going to Christmas, if that wasn't obvious. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46. Lots of money going towards the Christmas. And then challenge number 1, we kind of counted these backwards, but that's okay. In chip away this week, we saved $22, and we have saved a grand total in chip away. This one saves a lot of money. She does have a chip away mini. If you have a smaller budget, you can save smaller amounts at a time, but it's still super fun. Let's see what we've saved so far in chip away. Everybody always likes it when I count what I've saved so far at the end, so if you're one of those people, you're welcome. So we have 50, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. All right, still a long ways to go with chip away as well. And then these last couple of dollars, I did not forget about these. They're gonna go into Strive to Thrive here. This is a little mini challenge I created for myself, and you can get it too in my freebies section down below. Everything on here, each of the letters, each of the stars, I have made worth $1. So we're adding $3 today. So we're gonna color in 3 icons. Let's color 3 stars. So we have 1, 2, 3, definitely colored outside the lines there, whoops. And in this challenge so far, we have saved 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is not a lot, but considering it's just like a little catch-all, it's not too shabby, right? Right. All right, so that is all that I have for you today. If you liked this video, will you please give it a thumbs up? That really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week, and I would absolutely love to have you back. So I will see you next time. Bye, friends.